बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्भो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। हे दीनबन्धु दयाल शंकर जानि जन अपनाइयो। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर जानि जन अपनाइयो। भव सागर पार उतार मोको। सागर पार उतार मोको। निज समीप बसाइयो। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर। जाने अजाने पाप मेरो है नाथ श्रानहीन साइयो। जाने अजाने पाप मेरो है नाथ श्रानहीन साइयो। कर जोरी जोर निहोज मांगू। जोर जोर निहोज मांगू। देव दर्श दिखाइयो। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर। देवी सहाय सुनाए शिव जी प्रेम सहित जो गावहीं। देवी सहाय सुनाए शिव जी प्रेम सहित जो गावहीं। छुट जाओ ही जग जोनि से। छुट जाओ ही जग जोनि से। सर्वदा सुख पावही। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर जानि जन अपनाइयो। भव सागर पार उतार मोको। भव सागर पार उतार मोको। निज समीप बसाइयो। हे दीन बंधु दयालु शंकर। दयालु शंकर। वंदे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत कारणं वंदे पन्नग भूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्य शशांक वाहननयनं वंदे मुकुंद प्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शंकरं। प्रेम से बोलो उमापति महादेव की जय। Jai Sitaram, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. And it is nice to quickly join you for a nice evening of Shanti Satsangh. Of course, I hope and pray that all of you are safe wherever you are. And more so, you're at peace. This was unplanned. We did not have any reason or this in our schedule or so to have Shanti Satsang. But just recently, a few hours ago, I thought that we should do something. I haven't been in touch with all of you for a while, and I thought it'd be nice to connect. And of course, the kids were available, and we said we'll do something for you and with you. So why not let's sing Hanumanji Chalisa. Of course, we always start our program with Hanumanji Chalisa. And may Bhagwan Hanumanji Nashay Rog Hare Sab Pira Japat Nirantar Hanumat Bira. Bhagwan Hanumanji Maharaj removes all forms of fears, sickness, pains. But Japat Nirantar Hanumat Bira. For the medicine to work, you have to work as well. And what is your work? Japat Nirantar Hanumat Bira. We must pray to Hanumanji Maharaj. Prayer is, prayer moves mountains. Prayer is the magical medicine of life. Prayer is so magical, it is so powerful that even science cannot explain it. Right? The doctors will do their operation and they will say, well, we have done our part. It is time that has to do his part now. And who is time? Devaraja Sevyamana Pavanani Pankajam. Bhagwan Shivaji's time, Kala Bhairav. Kalo Asmin, Bhagwan Shri Krishna is time. God is time. And that is why time is of essence for everything that we do. Therefore, let us give thanks to Hanumanji Maharaj in prayers and seek his blessings for safety, for happiness, and for peace of mind wherever you are. This evening, there's so much I want to talk to you about. There are some upcoming activities we have at the temple. And we have, of course, starting this week, and after this week, the following week, we have activities happening. And I'd like to put all of you on a 1 month, on a 1 month sadhana for Adhik Mas. And I'd like to talk to you about that, what Adhik Mas is, and what we are doing for Adhik Mas, and more so what you can do. So prepare for 1 month of sadhana coming up for Adhik Mas, and it involves some special worship and some special ways in which you can connect to Bhagwan Vishnu. But for now, stay tuned, we'll talk about all of that. I want to really help you in this process. Sadhana is important in life. But before we do that, let us sing Hanumanji Maharaj Chalisa and seek the blessings of Bhagwan Hanumanji. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghuvar Bimal Jasun Jodayak Phalchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मुहि हरहु क्लेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर कपीश तीनों लोक उजागर, रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा, महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा, हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन, विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर, रघुचरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि रंग जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे, लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए, रघुपति की बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि संभाए, सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा, यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके गाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा, तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, वीरों ताहि मधुर पर जानु, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरी मुख माही, जल दिलांगी गए अचरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज संभालो आपे, तीनों लोक हाथ कापे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई गावे, तास
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा।
तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंतकाल रघुवरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा,
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नारी। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, जो तेहि बंदी महा सुख होई। जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा,
की जयनाथ हृदय महधीरा। की जयनाथ हृदय महधीरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूं सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। Let us sing a bhajan or two this evening. I want to keep it a really relaxed and casual evening with all of you. As we, of course, from various parts of the world tune in to just spend this hour in prayers and in reflection, and more so to give thanks that you're safe and that you're happy and that you're at peace. We want to sing a few simple bhajans so that you can join and of course uplift your spirits. I feel it's been a little bit of a down day for many people. There's a lot of events happening in the world. And when you talk about something more, it really brings, if you talk about happy thoughts and happy things, it really bring your spirit up, because you're really enhancing, something that is happy. But then if you, with all the sad events that are happening around the world, especially in our country back in Guyana, if we spend time and talk about it, it is just going to bring your spirits down. You know what is happening, and I vented a little bit today on Facebook because I do not believe what is happening is right. Everyone have their views about what is going on, and it is sad that politics is being used here to propel, and to encourage people to do wrong things. It is not something that you should ever do. One of the comments I wrote on my Facebook page today, and this is what prompted this program, because I know many of you are sad. I got so many messages from you, Panji. What can we do to really, what can we do to really raise our spirits? And I said, you know what, let's hop on an hour and let's try to do something. Our people in Guyana are in fear right now. All parts of the country, they are living in fear. And especially those in Berbice. I was, as you know, I was born and raised in Cotton Tree Village, West Coast, Berbice. That is where my navel string is buried. And that's an old saying. The kids are laughing. They don't know what that is. When they say your navel string chook somewhere or it buried somewhere, it means that's your birthplace. That's where you were born. That's where your navel string. You never heard that before? That's where your navel string chook. So that means you're born there, you're raised there literally. And there's so much fear in the country right now. Do I have the solution for it? Do many of us? I think we, simple people looking from a distant, We see what is happening, and you know what is right and what is wrong. Violence, regardless of race, religion, creed, status, violence is wrong. Violence in every sense is wrong. Violence in speech hurts people. A violent way of reaction hurts people. A violent way of looking at someone hurts people. A violent way of thinking hurts the self. When you think violent thoughts, you actually hurt yourself more than you hurt people. And that violent thought manifests itself in you, and then it has to be expressed in some way. For this reason, we have satsang and we have puja, where we are prayerful people. We have always stayed prayerful people. All of you have stayed prayerful people. And by being prayerful people, what do? It helps to suppress the violence, the hate, and all the things that are in us. Let's not, get away with ourselves. There's a tinge of everything present in us. There's a tinge of hatred, there's a tinge of violence, tinge of anger. All of it is present in us. Let's not get away with it. But applaud to all of you and to many who have worked tremendously hard to control it, to suppress it, to keep it down. But then when others are instigating, others are adding fuel to that fire of anger that we have inside of us, when we are not surrounded by places, where there is peace, then the violence will go up, the hate will go up. That is why I have always been, one who has profoundly stated that mandirs only are not places where people worship. Understand this. I've always been a believer of this. I've been talking about this for over 20-something years. Mandir is not a place where people only go to pray. Do you understand this? And it shouldn't be a place where people go to pray. Mandirs shouldn't be closed up in the daytime and open Sunday mornings alone. Mandirs should be open so that if at any time anyone is in a mood that they're not in, and they want to change that mood, the minute you step into a temple or a place of prayer, we have Muslim people watching this program as well. Whenever we want Christian folks watching this program, different faiths, I think. I've gone into Christian churches. I want to tell you that. I've gone to many Christian churches here in Canada. And I have to tell you, I'm a believer of God. I believe in the Creator. My Bhagwan is my Bhagwan. But when you go into a place of worship, it's a different feeling. Right? I've gone into a Christian church on many occasions. And what happens? The minute you step into a place of worship, to a temple, to your mosque, your church, whatever, what happens? The minute you step in, it really drives a different reaction, a very positive reaction in you. You're right? No matter if it's an hour, 2 hours you spend there, or 15 minutes, you are contained in an environment that is preserved for the purpose of gaining peace. That's why we have Hindu temples. Pujas are done every day. Pujas and chanting and bathing and abhishekam is done every day in a Hindu temple. Why? So that there's an upsurge of energy. So that when you go into that environment, you sit, and of course, you are in bliss. All those things we have to do to contain the anger in us, to contain the violence and everything that's in us. And of course, the past few days has not been great few days for our people in Guyana. And as religious leaders, as spiritual leaders, or whatever we are called these days, I feel that it is important for us to come out, and I've urged many of my fellow pundits to come out and to speak up against what is happening there. Racism exists, hatred exists, violence exists, but the minute we actually add fuel to it, it will only grow and it will divide us further. Now, how is this going to help anything that we're doing, right? How is this going to help? I say if it helps one person, it works. And to our people of Guyana who are not safe, no matter if you're from Georgetown, no matter if you're from Essequibo, and especially if you're from my area, Cotton Tree Village, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 area there, it is not a place that you want to be at the moment. There are people in Cotton Tree, the Edward, who has to go for treatment and so on, Berbetians who have to go to treatment and medical help in Georgetown. They can't go. They can't go. This is a life and death situation in both cases. They can't go, right? Because violence is not going to cure violence. Violence is not going to bring justice to the perpetrators. Blocking up and burning things and destroying the place is not going to solve any problems that we have there. Now, this is probably, you're saying, Panditji, this is like preaching to the choir. Well, yes, it is preaching to the choir, but I think that if we don't talk about it, it wouldn't bring sort of peace. So I thought that, you know what, I'll hop on here and just have a conversation with you in terms of, we have to pray, and we have to, pray, and we have to pray, but we have to act as well. And whatever it is that comes up in life, my friends, never resort to violence, because it is not the way forward. It is not the way to peace. And so I thought I'd hop on here, and the kids were available, and let's do a few bhajans. And I'll talk just a few minutes about this. We know what is happening there. It is bad, and I don't want to really talk more about it, because, it is going to drive more fear in you. But our people, I know you're not safe. I know those in our area, Rosignol, Cotton Tree, the Edward area, people are shivering there out of fear. They are shivering out of fear. And I'm so saddened to see political leaders going on the air and making this a political matter. They're making this a political matter. It's a very sad thing to do, to make this a political matter. I don't know what happened. Most of you don't know what happened. If you know, then fine. But I don't know what happened. But whatever it is, this is not the way to resolve issues. This is not the way a country comes together. This is not the way a community comes together. And this is certainly not the way people come together. This is not the way people come together. God has created people. People have created races. God has created people. People has created violence. Right? And this is the question we ask, Panditji, how can God stand up and watch innocent children's lives being taken? God didn't take anybody's life. God has given us life. Bhagwan has given you life. Bhagwan has given others life. God did not create violence. God created people. People create violence. God has created people. People create different races, right? This idea of colored and other races, today we don't even know what race exists in this world anymore. Guyana was a land of 6 races. I don't know how many races there are anymore, because everybody is doing everything. So it has unfortunately come to that part of the discussion where, we ask ourselves, what is really going on? And what solves all of this? What solves all of this? The country has been unstable for many years and continues to be. And stability is something, who have grown, who has lived life, has lived life. Every life is a life. But what is very unfortunate is that the young, bright minds of that country, the rising stars of that country, our youths, are paying the price of hatred and violence and corruption from the top. They're paying the price for it, and it is wrong, right? It is wrong. Every young people I've met in that country, or I've talked to in that country, they'll tell you that. The Panditji, after high school, what? Yeah, there is university. How many people are blessed to go to university, and what kind of support system they have? And after that, what? Everybody wants to leave the country and seek betterment in foreign lands. And I don't blame anyone for doing so. But unfortunately, the young minds of that country are facing, the blunt violence and the results of irresponsible behavior from those on top. Now, what I can do, I can pray. You can pray, and we all can, because I believe in togetherness. I believe in bringing community to, that's all I've done. I've brought people together. That's all I've done in my whole life, is bring people together. Bring people together. Now, there are a few who don't want to be together, and that's fine. Right? But that's all I've done in my whole life, bring people together. Bringing communities together, bring people together. And when things like this happen, it really, it has a tremendous amount of impact. That's why I hop on the air this evening and I said, you know what, let's spend a little time together and let you know that there's a lot of people who care for you. And those of you who are in Guyana watching right now, we have come out of many months of suffering, 6 months of suffering or whatever it was, where there was this cloud of dark cloud over political issues hanging. That has somewhat resolved itself. And we have another cloud of violence right now coming out. And we have all the political parties stepping in and blaming each other, that this is politics and this is, another cloud dark cloud has gone over our country. Well, I hope and pray that God, so many visas were given to Guyana for people to go away and go away and go away. I hope Bhagwan does not leave Guyana, because it is a place where God needs to be. It's a place where the Lord needs to be. People are scared and are afraid. You can see some of the remarks we have here. And so I'm here to spend some time with you, and I'm here to sing a few bhajans with you. And I'm here to let you know that, we are not alone in this whole fight. For those of us who are in North America, we are not feeling the pressure there, but talk to people in Guyana, they will tell you of how unsafe they are. To all my dear brothers and sisters of Guyana, it's a land where I was born and raised, Cotton Tree Village. I have the soil of cotton tree in my body. I have the rice from the hard-working rice farmers of Cotton Tree in my body. I have the blessings of all the elders of Cotton Tree in my spirit. I have the love of all the villagers of Cotton Tree in me. Whether it's the Edward Cotton Tree, number 2, number 3, we are all one. Everybody know each other. We know each street, every person who lived there, their children, their grandchildren. That is how close we lived. It's a place where when somebody was falling, you went over and you made sure that you nail up their fence. You never watch anyone suffer. And no matter how little we had, we made sure that we were happy. We made sure that we were happy. And that's what we're here for, to make sure that we're all happy. So let us sing a few bhajans, and we'll, not put Guyana aside, but we will have some other discussions. This is Pitri Paksh, and there's a few things happening, and I want to give you some updates, what's going on at the temple as well. So let's sing this beautiful song together, and ask Bhagwan's blessing. Bole Pav Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Banwari re let's sing Banwari re. Banwari re जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। बनवारी रे जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। Clap your hands everybody and sing with me. झूठी दुनिया झूठे बंधन, झूठी है ये माया। झूठी दुनिया झूठे बंधन, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। रंग में तेरा रंग गई गिरिधर, छोड़ दिया जग सारा। रंग में तेरा रंग गई गिरिवर, छोड़ दिया जग सारा। बन गई तेरा प्रेम की जोगन, लेकर मन की तारा। ओ मुझे प्यारो तेरा धाम रे, बनवारी रे, जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम रे। मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। दर्शन तेरा जिस दिन पावो, हर चिंता मिट जाए। दर्शन तेरा जिस दिन पावो, हर चिंता मिट जाए। जीवन मेरा इन चरणों में याश की ज्योति जलाए। ओ मेरी बाह पकड़ लो शाम रे, बनवारी रे, जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम रे। मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे, बनवारी रे, जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम रे। मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। Guyana is on, as you know, under curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So everybody is locked up from 6 p.m. And even apart from the curfew, people are just in their home for safety. I hope you can log in to this program tonight. Send a message to someone who is locked down and let them know that, there's prayers happening, there's singing happening for them to join. Someone made a request for us to sing O Palan Hare. Well, I cannot fulfill everybody's request, but I cannot deny, of course, you as well. So let's sing O Palan Hare, and let's bring some solace to everyone listening, and especially to all our friends in Guyana. When the world was in shutdown and lockdown, we were there doing Shanti Satsangh to bring some peace in your home. Let's bring a lot of happiness to our blessed brothers and sisters in Guyana. This is participating in a peaceful, airing of something peaceful. I'm not going to say anything violent about anybody because it is not in me to do that. Of course, justice will prevail and all that, but let us sing and, especially for our brothers and sisters in Guyana, bring some happiness to them, of course. O Palanhare, निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं। ओ पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं। हमरी उलझन सुलझाओ भगवन, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं। में उजाला तुम्हीं से, ये गगन है मगन, तुम्हें तो दिए हो इस तारे भगवन ये जीवन, तुम्हें ना सवारोगे तो क्या कोई सवारे, ओ पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं। जो सुनो तो कहे प्रभु जी हमारी है बिनती, दुख जन तो धीरज तो हारे नहीं वो कभी दुख से, तुम निर्बल को रक्षा दो रह पाए निर्बल सुख से, भक्ति दो शक्ति दो, भक्ति दो शक्ति दो, जग के जो स्वामी वो, इतनी तो अर्ज सुनो, है पथ में अंधियारे, दे दो वरदान में उजियारे, ओ पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, हमरी उलझन सुलझाओ भगवन, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं। बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। This Friday evening, starting at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday evening and Sunday morning as well, we are having Garud Puran Katha at the Mandir. We are in the beautiful month of Pitri Paksh, well, beautiful period of Pitri Paksh. I say beautiful because this is a time dedicated to our ancestors. We have time in the Hindu calendar for everything. These 2 weeks are dedicated for Pitri Paksh. So, at the Mandir, we're having 3 sessions of Garud Puran Katha. One of the most confusing things for Hindus is when someone dies, what we should do and what we should not do. What is life? What is death? How death occurs? What is afterlife? And more so, what are some of the rituals we do when a person dies? So, starting Friday evening, we are having 3 sessions of Garud Puran Katha. I will be discussing all of that. I'll be talking about how Garuji came to the earth and he saw what was going on. He saw death. Among the many things he saw death. He saw how people, when they die, what happens and the rituals. And he asked Bhagwan Sri Vishnu how all this is happening. What is the purpose of all this? And Bhagwan Vishnu explained to him that death is such, and here's what happens after death and during death and the whole process. Garud Puran Katha, we don't get to listen it a lot because, it is read only during Pitri Paksh. But we are bringing it to you this 3 days. So tune in. Friday night, 7:30, we start the program, the Katha. And Saturday evening, 7:30 p.m. as well. And then Sunday morning, we start at... that's 7, sorry. It is 7 o'clock. The streaming will start at 7. So the live stream will start at 7 p.m. On Friday night and Saturday night. And Sunday morning, it's at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Now, what will happen here is we used to do tarpan and pindas and so on at the temple, but we wouldn't be doing that this time because of everything that's happening. We're limiting the participation. Please tune in and learn about many things. You can also come at the temple and participate in the katha. You can sit down. We have chairs 6 feet apart. You can sit down in a safe environment and listen to Garud Puran katha. It's very, very helpful to listen to the katha. Educational purposes, more so. Right? So please tune in for that. Now, the following week, of course, on September 19th, we have the biggest thing happening. So why are we doing September 19th? September 19th, we have a 24-hour non-stop Mahamrityunjay Havan. It is the first time we're doing this. I don't know if it has ever been done in Canada, but we are doing it. 24-hour non-stop Havan. So in the morning of September 19th, at 10 o'clock, we'll start the Havan. There's some pre-puja that will be done. But at 10 o'clock, basically in the morning, Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Murvarukmeva Vandana Mrityor Mokshiyamamritate Swaha. And we do that for 24 hours. We're not counting how many times we did it. It's not about 108, 1,000 times. No. It's about 24 hours. This is called Akhand Havan. Akhand Havan is non-stop Havan. Non-stop. Now you may ask yourself, Parnaji, how is it going to be non-stop? Are you going to sit one place for 24 hours? Of course I'm going to sit there for 24 hours. I will enjoy it. Saturday morning 10 a.m. to Sunday morning 10 a.m. The only break I will take is if I have to go to washroom break, that's it. But no food will be consumed by me during that time. No food will be consumed. And I will limit my intake of water because I don't like to drink too much water during that time. But I will limit my intake of water. So for 5 minutes or so, a little washroom break, but after that, continuously we will have the Havan. Now, how are we doing this? For each hour, we're having different families participate. How can you be part of this Havan? I want to state this very clear from the very beginning of my announcement today. This is not a fundraising activity. I want to make this very clear. We're not doing this from money. We are doing this as an offering to Bhagwan Shivji for everything that is happening in our world today. So why are we doing this? There is a period called Adhik Mas, which starts next week Thursday. So next week Wednesday, the 16th, Pitru Paksh will end. And usually when Pitru Paksh ends, we go straight into Navrat. But that's not happening this time because we have Pitru Paksh ending on the 16th, which is next week Wednesday. But then 1 month after next week Wednesday, we have Navratri. What is this 1 month for? This is called Adhik Mas. It is also called Mala Mas or Purushottam Mas. Purushottam Mas, I prefer to call it that. Adhik Mas or Purushottam Mas is an extra month in the Hindu calendar year. Which means that in this month, there is no Ram Navami, there is no Hanuman Jayanti, there is no Navratri, there is no Diwali. There is nothing auspicious happening into this month. So why this extra month? As I've explained to you last Sunday at the temple, when the Hindu day is longer than it should be, like a Tithi or a Nakshatra and so on, they go longer than they should. We take the extra time, like if it should go like 26 hours or 28 hours, we take that extra 4 hours, 2 hours, and we bank it. And after every 32 months, after every 32 to 32 and a half months, we'll have an extra month in the Hindu calendar. You have to have that. That extra month is called Adhik Mas. In the month of Adhik Mas, you should not do any jandi at your home. You should not do weddings. Never do weddings. Do not do Janeo Sanskars, engagement ceremonies and all that. Do not do those things in Adhik Mas because there is no auspicious, supporting time to support that activity. For weddings, there has to be certain dates and upnayans and all that. The planets have to, I won't go into the details, but in Adhik Mas, there's no such time to do that. The things that you should do, because it's such a low time, where the energies are just low and it is not a month supported, what do? We have to engage in more penance. If you're doing japmala 1 or 2 a day, you have to do 3. If you're doing meditation, do it a little longer. Your puja, because it's a month that does not support spirituality, we have to raise the level of spirituality, right, in our lives. So there are 3 things that you can do. Of course, your puja at home, you can still throw your dhar and your flowers and do your puja at home. But you can do meditation. You can do your puja at home. You can do japam. This month is dedicated to Bhagwan Vishnu and for removal of all negative effects to Bhagwan Shivaji. So, then the next thing you do in this month is Havan. So I'm going to put you in a sadhana. As of September 17th, for every single day, get a Vishnu Bhagwan Murti. If you don't have one, you can get one. If you can't get one, use a Shaligram. If you can't get one, use a Ram Bhagwan Murti, a Krishna Bhagwan Murti, it doesn't matter. But if you have a Vishnu Bhagwan Murti, it is very important to do that. And every day from September 17th to October 16th, which is the last day of, let me just confirm that. October, let me just take a look here. Yes, to October 16th. So September 17th to October 16th is Purushottam Mas or Adhik Mas. So what you're doing is every single day, you're going to do a Vishnu Bhagwan Puja. Every single morning, you're going to do Vishnu Bhagwan Puja. So what this means, you're going to have your Vishnu Bhagwan Murti. You're going to have, a little milk or water or flour, chandan. These are the minimum you should have, right? Flour, agarbatti, diya, chandan, and arti. 1 fruit, banana, tulsi is good. And every single day, you're going to do a Vishnu Bhagwan Puja in the morning. In the morning, very important. Vishnu Bhagwan Puja, very important during this time. Purushottam Mas. Purushottam means the highest order of man, the highest order of Devata. So every day we're going to do a puja to Sri Vishnu Bhagwan. I will be doing it at home, and I will do a few pictures and videos to show how to do it. But basically, you bathe your murti, and this is why it is important to have either brass murtis or Panchaloha murtis in your home, because the bathing ceremony takes a toll on them and the whole energy. If you don't have, use what you have. So every day you bathe your Vishnu Bhagwan Murti, you wipe it out nice with a cloth towel, you put it down, you put a little clothing on him, chandan, flour, agarbatti, diya, and a prasad, and a tulsi, and you bow. And for 108 times you will chant, Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. You can chant that mantra while you're doing the whole puja. While you're bathing him, while you have a prasad, you can do that every single step of the puja. And when you finish, just take your bead and do Om Namo Narayana for 108 times. And my friends, I guarantee you, you're going to find a lot of peace in this month of Adhik Mas. It's not an unholy month or a scary month or anything like that. It just requires a lot of bhakti, a lot of devotion. Now, during the month of Adhik Mas, we will hop on. I don't want to say we're going to be on so and so and so evening. We're going to hop on, of course, Monday evening we'll be on air, Tuesday evening and Friday evening minimum, and Sunday morning. But we'll see whatever best we can do to guide you through this process of Adhik Mas. And Katha is usually done as well during this month of Adhik Mas, like Bhagavad Katha as well is done, Purushottam Mas. So, again, starting next week, Thursday, every morning, Vishnu Bhagwan Puja. And you will find a lot of harmony, and you'll find a lot of peace inside of you when you do this. On the 19th, we're doing Mahamrityunjay Home, to really burn out our impurities and until Surya Bhagwan Murti is okay as well. If you want to do it on Surya Bhagwan, is good as well. That's no problem. So I see some questions coming in. If you have any questions, just ask me, because I'm here to help you. And what happens on the 19th now, go back to the 19th, we have the Mahamrityunjay Havan happening. Akash, put it up there. So at each hour, we're encouraging 4 families to come out. You don't have to, we are not charging a fee for this. It is not like give on her $8, give $51. No. You can make a donation to the temple. Whatever you feel that you can donate, you donate it to the temple. If you don't have to donate, no problem at all too. But I want every hour to be filled with 4 families. I would like every hour to be filled with 4 families, either virtually or in there. So 10 o'clock morning, the openings we have right now is like 10 to 11, 11 to 12. We have some openings there. Then we have mid-afternoon. We're going all night, as you know. There are some hours, you know which is filled up. You want to hear which hours are filled up right now that has no space? 3 to 4 in the morning, 4 to 5 in the morning, 5 to 6 in the morning, and 6 to 7 in the morning. They're all filled with 4 families. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7, they're all filled. We have some spots in some other places. I think 8 to 9 is filled and 9 to 10 is filled as well. But I would like you to come out. We have space like 8 to 9 p.m., 9 to 10 p.m., 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Those are vacant right now. Let me tell you how you can join in this thing. You can actually come and sit for the hour, do your Mahamrityunjay Havan, and whatever time, you have to send me a text, and I have to tell you if it's open or not. And then there are going to be people coming there with their chair and their blanket. It's going to be a little chilly. You can sit around. You can sit anywhere in the asphalt pad in the mandir yard. You can go in the mandir and sit down. You can just, bring your lamp or something like that. We're going to have a little tent. We're going to have a big Havan Kund, 4x4. We're going to have a few chairs for people to sit down who are participating. But you can come with your little chair and sit down on the side, and you can do your japam, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayana, and things like that. Come on and hang out with us that night. Just keep awake with us that night, right? It's a beautiful night, and just be with us. So it's going to be very magical, very, very spiritual. Whole night, Mahamrityunjay, I'm just going to be there. If you can sleep and wake up back and all, no problem. I'll be there. I'll be there. Whatever the weather is, I don't know. I hope it doesn't rain. So whatever it is, we'll be there. And then in the morning, after we finish our last hour, Sunday morning, 9 to 10, we'll have a big Purnahuti, where we're going to invite people to come if you want to come. Purnahuti means a final offering. That is when we take all the merits of the Havan, all the merits of the Havan for the past 24 hours, and we offer Purnahuti into the Havan Kund. I want it all to be filled up. I need 96 families. So far, I have about 42 families, right? We have quite a bit more to go, 50 something more to go. So I hope you can send me a text. How can you do this? You have my phone number. It is at the bottom of the poster, 416-454-4986. So you can not text, WhatsApp me and say, Pandit Hardat, I'd like to be part of the Havan at this hour or whatever it is. If you can't be there, we will do it virtually for you. We'll do a sankalp for you, and we'll do it virtually for you. Again, this is not about payment. This is not about a fee. You are welcome to make a donation to the temple of whatever you choose to. Our people has never left us down where their daan is concerned, so this is not about that. And it's going to be next week on the 19th, of course. So it is going to be something that has never been done before. I've never heard of it being done here before. So it's not about that, though. It's about bringing our community and people from all parts of the world together. I hope that you will be part of this and of this process of Havan, a very, very blissful part. My friends, it has been a pleasure talking to you for the last hour, and I just want to thank all of you for tuning in. This was unplanned today. It was really unplanned, and I thought it'd be nice to just connect with all of you, and I haven't spoken to you for a while. We had a week off last week. It was really relaxing, and 1 week is way not enough, but you take what you get. That's what they say goes, right? You take what you get, and then you wait for what you want. So we had a little bit of relaxation last week, and then, of course, the work continues. Next week at the temple, our classes will begin, some in-house and some online. I'm looking forward to seeing our children. Everything will be done, of course, to make sure that everyone is safe and everyone is following rules. God bless all of you. I would like to offer a prayer with all of you tonight as we finish the satsang. And I pray and hope that all of you are safe, especially my dear brothers and sisters in Guyana. Let us pray. Om Shantakaram Bhujagshayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhaiharam Sarvalokaikarnatham Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Ma Kaschit Dukbhag Bhavet Om Shanti 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 Hari Om प्रेम से बोलो महापति महादेव की पवनस्तु हनुमान की सियावज रामचंद्र की भवानी शंकर भगवान की सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. Yes, for the Havan I will be live for the Havan 24 hours live streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. We will be live, so please tune in any hour of the night, any hour of the day, tune in, and we will of course be live there. So let me say Sitaram to all of you. It has been a while I haven't said Sitaram, and take care everyone. Nice to connect with you after a while, and again praying that all of you are well. If you know anyone in Guyana, please reach out to them and let them know that you care for them, and of course you're praying for them as well. Let's see where to start here. Eileen Basdeo, Sitaram. Sunny and Basanti, Jai Sitaram to you and the family there. Devi Prasad, Kavita Bipta, Nirmala Ram Sahoy, Jai Sitaram, Yogini Lachman Singh, Joyce Ram Gulam, Parla Paya Seva, Kindira Singh, Ram Kar, Rich Ramnath, Auntie Leela, Draupadi Sicharan, Geeta Rampata from Florida, Patsy Mahadev, Madhu Hardial, Golan Mahadev, Hemanti, Auntie Dana, Roma Balgobin Charan, Angela Debans, Jai Sitaram, Shanti Lachman, Samantha Balgobin Balraju, Kavita Sukhbir, Soma Kishore, Jai Sitaram, Natalie Rajmati Prasad, Nivedita Chalu, Shanti Sa, Alyssa Danielle, Christina K, Sabita Singh, Devika Prasad Nasir, Nirmala Ram Sahai, Tarmati Narayan, Geeta Balaram, Sita Nath, Sitawati Singh Jackdeo, Jai Sitaram everyone, Tarmati Narayan, Prem Jut, Darshani Prasad, Savitri Manbodh, Indra Rajkumar, Lisa Rajkumar, Tara Lal, Leela Ram Sevak, Vidyan Ganesh Singh, Natalie Rajmati Prasad, Devati Ram Narayan, Hingraj, Drupati Sicharan, Pamela Kosal, Vidya Punai, Vidya Chandar, Savika Prasad, sorry. Didi Chandra, Kavita Bipta, Debbie Singha, Shobha Mathura, Zina Gafoor, Ormila Prasad, Indra Shri Krishan Mahabir, Premi Narayan, Jasoda Naresh, Sunil Prasad, Sharda Goraya Bisnath, Jean Soers Bali, Uma Bhagwandin, Maharani Khan, Devi Prasad, Golden Mahadev. You're from Guyana, of course, hope you stay well. Sabo Ram Narayan, Sanraji Lachman, Madhu Hardial, Sunita Subnath, Sati Singh, Deoram Jivan, Vidya Deonandan, Jai Sitaram everyone, Chandra Kathanan, Shanta Singh, D Prasad, Jean Dolarchan, Carmen Cassidy, Vidya Basiram. God bless all of you. Have a very blissful night. And we will see all of you online Friday night for our Garb Puran Katha, Friday night from 7 p.m. To 9 p.m. Mala Raghunandan, Tarmati Narayan, Jai Sitaram, G Narayan, Chanu Lallu, Soma Kishore. Jai Sitaram everyone. Stay well. Have a blessed night.